Merhaba, I'm back in Turkey. This time in Ankara though, in the capital. A rather unvisited place in regards to Turkey, one of the most popular countries to visit in Europe. And yeah, it's my first time in Ankara, and let's start to explore after I've had my delicious Turkish coffee. Now, I've been to Turkey many times. It's one of the countries I've visited the most in my life. Most of the time I've been holidaying with family and also with friends in the south of Turkey, like most people, in the Antalya region. And last year I started my vlogging venture in Istanbul, obviously, if you've seen these awful videos. And I've always enjoyed Turkey, I've always loved coming here, I always do love coming here. One of my favourite countries in Europe. It's my first time in Ankara, and not many people come to the capital of Turkey. I mean, Turkey is one of the most visited countries in Europe. The south of the country, the west of the country, and Istanbul obviously are up there with the most visited places when it comes to tourism in Europe. But most people, most tourists avoid Ankara, which I've always found quite surprising. And when I was looking for cheap flights from Tirana to Turkey, I found a cheap flight here to Ankara, from where I'll also head in a few days to my next and last destination of this trip through Europe. Ankara is not only the capital of Turkey, but also the second largest city with a population of 5 million people, after only Istanbul, of course, which is the biggest city in Europe. But Ankara, despite this, has not been the capital of Turkey for a very long time. In fact, has only been the capital of Turkey for 100 years. In 1920, while World War I was still going on all over the world, especially in Europe, here in Turkey, which was then still the Ottoman Empire, there was also a war going on. A war between the Ottoman Empire and a nationalist movement, a nationalist Republican movement, led by a man called Kemal Atatürk. The headquarters of the Turkish nationalist movement, led by Atatürk, were here in the then small unimportant city of Ankara, which by then only had a population of 35,000 people, believe it or not. Turkish people up there with the best people in the world. And I've now already made some new friends here from Gaziantep.
My name is Ali.
Ali. This is Ali from Gaziantep. Hadir from Gaziantep. So I've never been to Gaziantep, it's in the east of Turkey, but we will come to Gaziantep. In the future, I'll go to Gaziantep as well. Behind me is the man that founded the Turkish Republic, the leader of the Turkish nationalist movement against the Ottoman Empire, Kemal Atatürk. And I've made it to probably the most important site of the Turkish Republic. Anitkabir, the place is called where I'm at. And it is Ankara's most important tourist attraction. It is the grave of Atatürk, the founding father of the Turkish Republic. After the defeat of the Ottoman Empire in World War I was confirmed, the Turkish nationalist movement took its chance to defeat the weakened Ottoman Empire and replace the Ottoman Empire with the formation of the Turkish Republic, and replace Istanbul, which was at that point still named Constantinople, with Ankara as its capital. On the 29th of October 1923, the Turkish Republic was officially founded, with Atatürk as its leader. Up until this day, Turkey is one of the few nations in the world that has two national days in the calendar year. The Republic Day, the day on which the Republic of Turkey had been created on the 29th of October 1923, and also the birthday of its founder, Kemal Atatürk, which is called Atatürk Day. Check it out, guys. Right, guys, it's time to go for some food. I'm flipping hungry, and as you know, Turkey has one of the best cuisines in the world, up there with the best countries for food in the world. So let's go for some food. But I need to tell you something, guys. I was just standing there in front of the mausoleum of Ataturk, and yeah, I was telling you guys about Ataturk and about his role for the Turkish people and what he means for the Turkish people. And when you see this video, you probably won't have seen that part of the video, because I'm not going to publish it, because I don't want to get in trouble with Turkish authorities, because Turkey is a country which I want to visit more often in the future. It's not a country that I wouldn't care about being banned from, for instance, because this is what happened, guys. I was about to speak about Erdogan and Ataturk, and about the fact that Erdogan kind of wants to go backwards with Turkey, wants to go back to the old conservative days, and he wants to have a stricter Muslim Turkey, more like the Saudi Arabian model. And of course the liberals here in Turkey, liberal politicians, always go back to the words of Ataturk and to the founding father of the Turkish Republic, and to the founding father of secular Turkey, which is what Ataturk wanted. He wanted to create a secular Turkish state, which he did. Turkey officially is a secular country. This is what happened, guys. Whilst I was telling you exactly this in front of the mausoleum, some security guard came up to me and said that I was not allowed to speak. I was not allowed to speak in front of the mausoleum and stuff, but as you could see from the pictures, I was not the only visitor or tourist there. So maybe didn't like what I was saying or something. But yes, he told me to give him the camera. He told me to delete it. Obviously on this camera I cannot just like on the phone delete a tape. I would have to take the SD card out and throw the SD card away, which I'm not gonna do. I managed to convince him that I won't publish that part of the video. Told him that I was a YouTuber, and hello. Told him that I was a YouTuber and that I wouldn't publish that part of the video. So yeah, in order not to get in trouble with the authorities here, yeah, with the seemingly conservative authorities here, because I like this country, I love this country, I'm not going to publish that part of the video, but I'm going to let you guys know what happened. So let's get out of here and get some food. But yes, guys, if you come to Ankara, the Anitkabir site which we've just visited is super impressive and absolutely worth it, so you should make sure to come here. But what I can tell you guys already about Ankara is that it is super untouristy compared to the other parts of Turkey, because there ain't no hostels here. There are some hostels, but the hostels, there's not a lot of choice when it comes to hostels here, and they're not a lot cheaper than cheap hotels, and they've got no Wi-Fi on offer. The ones I found, for instance, had got no Wi-Fi on offer, so I've decided to go to a cheap 2-star hotel. It's a good place actually. Costs like 18 euros a night, with breakfast included, by the way, which is nothing for European standards. And what I forgot to tell you guys actually is that I'm here during Ramadan. Ramadan has started literally a few days ago, and yeah, it's my first time in Turkey and in a Muslim country in general during Ramadan. So, what's it like? That's a good title for the video, isn't it? Visiting Ankara during Ramadan. So what's it like? Everything functions as normal here. Everything is open, nothing is closed. I was a bit worried before landing here that I would be struggling here to find food, but it's not the case. What I am struggling with though, this I haven't told you guys either yet, is that there is a massive language barrier here. Here in Ankara, nobody speaks good English, apart from the young people. From the elder people, nobody speaks English. In other parts of Turkey, you won't have this language barrier. In Istanbul and in the south of Turkey, everyone speaks good English. Not everyone, but most people speak decent English. But here, nobody speaks English. Here, I have to rely very often on Google Translate to get around. I've had a few funny situations already due to this. I've now ordered myself a chicken kebab. Check it out. What already, before my kebab arrives, what I already got with it. Check it out. You got all of that, all of these side dishes included with your kebab. So that's Turkish hospitality for you guys. I mean, Turkey, not only when it comes to food, but also, especially when it comes to hospitality, for me, is number one in Europe. In Turkey, you always get salad included when you order something. And I've been missing salad in my system, so it's really good. Right guys, my chicken shish kebab has arrived, check it out. No words. I love Turkey. Flipping love Turkey. I've received this as well as a side dish, check it out guys. For €8 you got this chicken shish kebab. I mean, this plus this salad, plus the fries, plus these side dishes here, plus this yogurt, soup or whatever it is. So, Turkey. Unbeatable in terms of hospitality. It won't stop guys, check it out. I didn't order it, it's just on the house, you know, it's included in the €8 kebab. So you order shish kebab in Ankara, you get all of these side dishes, you get 4 side dishes included, plus this dessert, so, wow. I mean, I don't want to come across rude, you know, I don't want to come across rude, so I'm going to tug into it. I don't really eat sweets, so, yeah. This is like some souffle or something, well, yeah, let's try that. It's very good, it's very sweet, it's made out of apples, I reckon. It's a bit like, tastes a bit like apple crumble, to be fair. It's very good. I need to get out of here though, because I don't want them to continue feeding me. Very interesting fact also about the city of Ankara is that 100 years ago, when the city became the capital of Turkey, it only had a population of 35,000 people, and it has absolutely expanded over the course of the 20th century, especially in the latter stage of the 20th century, and nowadays it has a population of 5 million people, which is quite incredible, isn't it? Right guys, I'm now, as you can see by the buildings and my surroundings, not quite yet in the old part of town. It's a very old city, a very ancient city. It has Roman history, Greek history, Byzantine history, and Ottoman history obviously. But 100 years ago it was a small and quite unimportant city before it became the capital of the Turkish Republic. After the successful revolution of Atatürk decided to obviously expand the city, and so they expanded quite a lot around the old part of town. We're approaching the old part of town. I guess these are the first parts of it. Check it out. Looks a lot different than the area where we've come from now, isn't it? As you can see, we're now approaching, or if I look at the floor, the cobblestone street here, we've reached the old town part of Ankara. I reckon though that it's better to come here in general in Turkey, it's better to come in summer. It's my first ever time in Turkey in winter. So still warm obviously than in Western Europe, but a bit chilly though. And now we're heading up towards the castle, from where apparently, according to the internet, you'll have an incredible view over the city of Ankara.
Yürüyeceksin, yukarı doğru yürüyeceksin,
Okay.
çıkacaksın. Biraz
Okay,
uzakta
sports.
yani, uzakta. Far.
Okay.
Far
Okay.
away.
Teşekkürler. Teşekkürler. Have a good day. Right, that friendly Turkish man there explained me the way up to the castle, and apparently it's a tough one. Apparently I'll be very sporty today. Well, after that feast I've just had, I think that's a good thing. That's a blessing in disguise, I reckon. You can also get up by bus, but I'll do it the sporty way. And check out this old street here. Wow. Looks super different to the rest of the city actually. Many people avoid Ankara, many tourists, because it hasn't got that reputation of being as picturesque as Istanbul and even Izmir. But it has a lot of history, this place. I reckon when we've reached the castle finally, I think we'll be rewarded for this hike. I mean, check out the view from here. And we're not even halfway there. I'm already out of breath. Flipping heck. But check out the view from here, guys. We're approaching the castle, the oldest part of Ankara. And the further up we go, the older it seems to get. Merhaba. Merhaba and teşekkürler are the only Turkish words, by the way, that I know. Merhaba means hello or morning, and teşekkürler means thank you. Wow, check it out, guys. Check out that mosque right in the middle of the old town, of the cobblestone streets here. This surely is the Ottoman part of town. The part of town that already existed when Atatürk was leading his nationalist war against the Ottoman Empire. Here he is, Atatürk. You can see his face everywhere here in the city. Right guys, we've made it to, behind me, Ankara Kalesi, Ankara Castle in English, which is the oldest part of Ankara. So back in Ottoman days, the entire city of Ankara was actually only this and the part surrounding the hill. This castle sits 150 meters above today's modern Ankara. Turkey, by the way, is also one of the most patriotic countries I've ever been to. You can see the Turkish flag everywhere. There ain't basically no street in a Turkish city with no Turkish flags on it. Check it out. And Mr. Atatürk again. So tell me in the comments, did you know, or did you think that Ankara was like this? Probably not. Most people only think of the rough modern side, which to be fair is pretty ugly, of Ankara. But nobody, actually yeah, Ankara is pretty much overlooked as a tourist destination. And I reckon this place here is quite a nice place to visit though. And here's a hotel right in the middle of the castle. Pretty cool Probably not the cheapest hotel in Ankara, but pretty cool though. Right in the middle of the old town, the castle of Angora, as it was called before 1923. And here we've reached the oldest part of Ankara. Check it out, the walls of the ancient castle. Everything we've been walking through, or up until this point, is newer than this part. The city has basically been built here. No, teşekkürler. Have a good day. See guys, it always helps to learn the word thank you in the local language. Check out these old walls, these old medieval walls here. You can basically feel the antiquity of it. Wow. These walls here have survived many wars. And now check out the remains here of the Roman times. Check it out. Wow. This, I reckon, is even older than the castle. Merhaba. Ha?
Herkes çalabilir, herkes.
Oh, teşekkürler. No idea what he was on about. Unfortunately, I don't understand the word of Turkish. But yeah, probably he didn't say anything bad. Didn't sound like it. I'm telling you guys, all of these scammers around here, these vendors, they see me and they're like, wow, finally a white man here. Finally, a tourist. It's off season now. I can really see this and feel this in the city. I feel like the only foreigner basically in the city. There's other tourists here as well, but they're all Turkish. Also all the tourists I've seen back at Anitkabir were all Turks as well. No, teşekkürler. Inside the walls of Angora. These definitely are the best views you get of Ankara, and they totally exceed my expectations out of the city. Check it out. Here we've got the old houses, and then behind it we've got the modern houses of Ankara. Kayabaş. This is Kayabaş.
Yes.
So I reckon it's a great moment to finish the video here with the best views of Ankara. Check it out. So, the Turkish capital of Ankara, an unvisited place in Turkey, not even in the top 5 of most visited places in Turkey, maybe not even in the top 8. I've got a few more days left here in the city, so there'll be at least one more video from Ankara, from ancient Angora. What I can tell you guys is Ankara underrated? Maybe it is actually. I mean, it definitely doesn't have the same amount of attractions to offer as Istanbul, obviously, but not many cities in the world do have that amount of attractions to offer as Istanbul. So, yeah, I think, to be honest with you guys, this first day of exploring in Ankara has exceeded my expectations I had of the city. I thought it was an ugly place, to be honest, but I mean, the city has incredibly beautiful places, and I reckon a visit to Anitkabir and to this ancient castle here with these incredible views of the skyline of Ankara surely makes a visit to the Turkish capital worth it. So if that being said guys, take care, I love you all, I'll see you in the next one from Ankara. And teşekkürler for watching.